Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the following problem from Mathcounts, and let's get a quick read. The square card shown in figure A has an area of 16 units, and it's folded twice along the dashed lines to get the square shown in figure B. Then scissors are used to cut through the folded square, and 1/4 of the folded card shown shaded in figure C is removed. And the question is, when we unfold figure C to get back to something like figure A, what is the area that remains after we cut out that quarter? Okay, so with this type of question, the biggest thing that we have to do is make sure we understand the problem, and we understand that visually, what are we going to be left with? So with these type of problems, I like to start backwards, right? So if we look at figure C, right, and we just imagine figure C, so it looks something like this. And this much of it is cut out right here, the shaded part. To unfold this and get to figure A, we're going to have to make one fold along this line, and then we're going to make one fold along this line, right? So our two dashed, almost like axes, we're going to make a fold along those lines. So if we first make a fold across the vertical, we'll get something that looks like this. So it's going to be 2 squares long. We know this is going to be cut out, and then this, let's start a little better. This is going to be cut out, right? Because I just folded it over its left side, so it's going to be symmetrical like this, right? Now I need to fold it across my horizontal axes. So if we do this in red, now I have to fold across this. So what would that look like? Well, folding across the horizontal means it's going to be symmetric across the horizontal now. So I know my original is going to look like this when there's 2 squares long and 1 square tall, I guess you could say. And then when I fold it over this way, I'm also going to have this right here, right there, right? Because we know our figure has to be symmetric horizontally because we just folded it over the horizontal, and also be symmetrical vertically because our first fold was over the vertical. So this is what our figure is going to look like. And now we can calculate the area. So the question says, the square card shown in figure A has an area of 16. So that means each side is 4. So each individual square has side length 2, right? So now if we come back here, so if we draw in the vertical and horizontal, I have 2, 2, and all of our mini unit squares, or our smaller squares, have side length 2. So we want to find the area of each of the black triangles. So we'll see, you could see that the height is actually just 1, right? Because we know that the problem tells us that if we go back here, 1/4 of the folded card is removed, right? What is a folded card? That's figure C. So figure C, which is just one of these squares, has an area of 2 times 2, which is equal to 4. So they tell us that the shaded region, the shaded, is just 1/4 of one of our squares. So 1/4 of 4 is 1. So that means if one of the shaded triangles is 1, then the total area that's cut out is 1 times 4, which is 4. And if they're asking us for the area that remains, that's not bad. That's just our original 16, right? 4 times 4 is 16, minus the 4, and we get 12 as our final answer. And that should be all for this question. So with this type of question, it's just important to realize that the actual calculations is not the hard part. The hard part is just trying to imagine what the picture will look like. And one problem-solving strategy for this, if you can't quite imagine what we did here in your head, you could always take your paper on the test, take a scrap piece of paper, and fold it up in something similar, right? And then that should give you a rough estimate. As you unfold, you'll be able to better imagine how our diagram will look. But anyway, so that should be all for this question. If you have any questions on this, feel free to leave a comment. And if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us out. And I will be back again tomorrow with another video. Thanks to everyone for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow.